Cookies, donuts, jelly beans, you are yummier than them all. Did you know, friends, there is only one way to make it to heaven, and it's through the 10 friendly commandments. One of the commandments, do not sell the bottom. High protein shakes, avoid the dark ways of soy milk. There was an occurrence that happened in the universe that took me by surprise. There is a HEX movie going on right now, and an event happened. Look at this tweet from Mr. HEX Junglist saying, I just spent an hour and a half in the theater with Gunther, otherwise known as Gunther, sitting directly behind me. Gunther actually tried shilling his poop coin to the audience when the movie was over. Everyone laughed at him and it was just awkward. Great film though. Love Richard to the day I die. HEX PulseX. And thank you very much, friends, for like, subscribing, pressing the bell button of all. If you go to my YouTube, I made a video quite a while ago. Will Gunther return? Bitcoin and HEX, store of value similarities. When I saw this story, my ears perked up. I was asking myself, there's no way this is true. This has to be a fake, right? So he's saying, yes, he was backed in a corner and he stood up when the credits started rolling and shouted, don't forget to support PulseChain meme coins like Poopcoin. A bunch of people were like, yeah, okay. I had wanted to get a group photo with everyone, but he kind of killed the vibe. Friends, we are going to make it. This is not what you think it is. You might be confused. You're saying, wait a minute. This is the opposite of making a return. Why is he appearing? It's because we get closer to the finale. The simulation, the riders, the unicorn, fairy dust, cosmos, God, Buddha, everybody else in between, the aliens. Whatever story they have written for us, it's coming to a close soon with Gunther's chapter. He's going to have a choice to make. In my tweet, I actually asked. I made a specific tweet, friends. I needed to let everyone ask this person, Mr. Junglist. I said, we need to know if this really happened. I need to know if this is an occurrence in the universe, in our timeline. Yes, it happened. Okay, Mr. Junglist replied, yes, this legitimately happened. It ruined the vibe and it caused an immediate evacuation of the vicinity. I'm not trying to be funny. So I thought he was making a joke. He said, I had hoped to get group photos, but no one wanted to stick around and hear him shilling his poop coin. Now, this is why I'm excited, because it's not what you think, friends. That's why I made a post here. I'm excited, all right? I'm very, very energetic for this. Breaking news. We have received confirmation that Gunther, he went to the HEX movie and he started shilling a coin. Now, this is interesting. He came to the HEX movie. You're probably wondering, but that's the antithesis of HEX. No, you don't get it. You don't get it. I'm going to explain, okay? Gunther used to be in a cult. Gunther knows cults. Gunther knows when people are in a group together, a community, and they are strongly convicted in something. You know what else is a cult, friends? Your country. You ever heard somebody say, I will die for my country. This flag means everything to me. I have the American flag at the front. I have the Australian flag at the front. I have fluffy slippers on a flag too. It's the same thing, okay? It's irrational conviction and love and devotion to something. So Gunther understands it. He grew up in it. He's used to it. People who grew up in cults, they're used to this. It's their upbringing, man. They're familiar with this. Now, what other better cult than HEX, where everybody bands together to fight back, to fight against the sinners out there, to try to save everybody, all right? You ever notice, friends, when Ricardo Corazon himself, when he's speaking, when me and you hear words like, when Richard says, I'm here to save everyone, me and you just see it as like, yeah, just some little marketing talking point. But Gunther sees it as more. Gunther sees that as, yes, he's speaking to me. They need to be saved. Salvation. By the way, Gunther's blocked me and he's blocked everybody else on Twitter. Okay? So Gunther, he did very well for himself. He's still in the game. People think he's gone. He ain't gone yet. He ain't gone yet. He can change it. That's why I've made this video, friends. Because this is how you acquire an asset in a community. It's not dollar amounts. Let me tell you right now. So Gunny Boo, he is now presented with a choice. Okay? You ever played a role-playing game? One of those Japanese RPGs? Sometimes the creators, the writers, will make you choose which path do you want to take. Do you want to take the Dark Forest path and that quest where you're going to fight the big troll? Or are you going to go on the underwater mission and get to the island that way where you fight sea creatures? Okay, you don't know which one to take. You're playing the game. So Gunther's got a path here. His first path, if he's listening, he better listen to this. If his first path would be the winning path for him and for everybody, it's actually a win-win. His first path would be to purify himself of poo coins and become the Max Keiser of HEX. Now, there is no one in crypto who's the Max Keiser of anything. Max Keiser is the Max Keiser of Bitcoin. Max Keiser, I'm going to show you. Max Keiser was so convicted in Bitcoin, he bought a laptop for Alex Jones and he gave him about 50,000 Bitcoin on a laptop back when it was literally worth pennies. I think it was equal to like $5,000 at the time, at $10,000 as a gift. Alex Jones says he lost the laptop. So Max has been all in on that. I'm sure he's a billionaire. If Max gave him 50,000, man, Max might have 100 to 200,000 Bitcoin. We don't know. Like he's been all in for like years and years and years since the start. He's never told everybody how much. Super convicted. You want to know something about Max? We're going to continue on this later again. Max performed a baptism at the Bitcoin Miami conference in 2021. Yes, that same conference that Michael Saylor appeared on the stage. The same conference when he said, F Elon, F Elon. That one. That one. This one, yes. He actually performed baptism, friends. You see this? Look at the crowd. Now, bear with me because me and you are looking at it. By the way, friends, do you want to laugh? Do you want to go through the comments on this? You're going to enjoy the comments with me. We got to go down here. Okay, look at this. Chainlink God goes, for F's sake, it's basically like, oh, crap, we blew it. Right? Look at this. It's funny. It's funny. There's people here, friends. Look at this quote. Look at this comment as well. This is the top, isn't it? You got to admit, it's funny, but Max's status in the Bitcoin community has risen next to a god. So if Satoshi is a god himself, Max, he's around there. He's very, very high-ranking religious priest. So I know we laugh, but hey, who's got the biggest market cap in crypto? It's still growing. Think about this. So that's the first path for Gunny Boo, and we're going to go through that, what that means later on. But the second path is that he fades away into obscurity. And yes, he would. He tried many, many coins. If you don't know, friends, Gunny Boo has launched many altcoins, and they look like this. This is it, X-Men, okay? Up and just down zero. So all of the coins look like this. These are like memes being shared around Telegram and stuff right now. Shout out to whoever made this. This was funny, by the way. So I can convey the message so clearly to you. He's trying to make cults. He's trying to make cults. So we're going to continue, baby dolls. And as you know now, he grew up in one. We seek what we know. You ever heard that psychological analysis on people where people who grow up in homes that are abusive, they tend to end up in homes that are abusive when they get older? It's because they know that. They're comfortable with that. So even though it's damaging, they're comfortable with that environment, whatever that environment entails. So we're going to read this. Gunny Boo. Gunther grew up in a cult. He's been trying to make a cult since side questing out of HEX. That's what I called it. It's side questing. Hey, if he wants to turn the game console off and leave, he can do that. But you fade away into the oblivion, into the abyss forever. Okay? Because he's tried so many times, it ain't working. Okay? Now, he should know that HEX is the actual cult that he seeks. It does. It's got such a big mountain to climb. It's got the right infrastructure there. It's got the community. It's got the logos, the websites. It's got the principles. The most important are the principles. All those things I listed to you just now, they are surface level paint. They're the polish. You can mix and match them at any time. It's the core principles that are going to carry you the whole way. And I'm going to show you why. So remember, Max Keiser, the highest order religious priest in Bitcoin, very high up there. Okay. He's higher than Michael Saylor. Yes. Even though Michael Saylor is like, yes, he came in, he shielded everything. Don't forget, Max is OG. Max liked Bitcoin when it was like pennies, when you were literally a schizo for believing in it, okay? Michael Saylor is a late adopter. So that's how OG Max is. So think about that. Maybe you are in that same point in the HEX timeline. Yes, I did make this picture here. It's exactly it. You know, my friend, I showed this to my friend and he asked me, why did you put the pictures side by side? And I said, it's not for you, idiot. It's for Gunther. It's for Gunny Boo to see. Friends, when we see this, we think it's a joke. When someone who grew up in a cult sees this, he's imagining, or she is imagining, the crowd of people around. They're like, yes, we're here to reach salvation. I'm not here to judge. We're not here to judge. My door is open for everybody. We're friends, okay? It's in my username. Everywhere, my friend, your friend. We're going to make it, okay? So it's for him. So let's continue. I'm just thinking about the story here. Everything needs a story, man. Friends, I'm telling you, I'm making the story right now. If he chooses this path, if he chooses path number 1, it would be an epic story tale. If Gunther repents his sins like Max Keiser did and comes back to the Hexagon Temple. Yes, Max Keiser, friends, Max repented his sins. Max had Max Coin. Okay, Max Coin went minus 99.99% down. Okay, he repented his sins. He was shilling it in 2017, shilling these other poop coins. Went to zero. Okay, so Max, he basically, his logic is, he's like, damn, I thought Bitcoin was birthing in the whole industry, but then I realized Bitcoin is the industry and is the only thing itself. So in a nutshell, Max is very smart. And I'm going to tell you one thing about Max, okay? Max falls into the category of Maxi because what happens is, friends, they go out to the world, they take one punt, and their portfolio goes down. So then they give up and they go, that's it, I should have never taken a punt in the first place. They got on the horse, they fell off the horse, and they said, that's it, horses suck, let's use cars. That's it. We are different. We get off the horse, we're like, no, we're getting back on, I can do this better, there's a game here. You see why? It's not like they're pure and we're impure. No, it's that they played the game once, they got bitten, and they're out. There are other Bitcoin maxis that did the same, by the way. There's Corey Klepstein, Bitcoin lawyer, also blocks everybody. He was an EOS shiller. Literally EOS, the abandoned coin, EOS. It's gone now, dead, grifted. And he like completely repents it. You see, these people, they're once bitten, twice shy. So that's a fundamental difference. What approach do you want to take in life? Hey, everybody's different. I have an open community for all. Okay, so I can already see this in 3 years. Gunther telling devotees, staking saved me, friends. Saved me. He's going to say it. I'm telling you right now. Why? Because staking of HEX has the lockup on the hex.com website. Stake it on PulseChain. Stake it on Ethereum. Probably go to PulseChain because you have access to Pulse or PulseX. Doesn't matter. Staking is the way. You're forced to think. And I have a crystal ball emoji here because I ran out of letters. Forced to think about the future. When you stake. And you know what happens, friends? When there are bad candles, right? When there are bad events that happen, like right now in PulseX, HEX, when there are bad candles like the SEC, because you are staked, you are forced to think about this bad scenario in the context of your whole life, of the future. That's what it helps you to do. Now, I don't need to be staked to do it. I think about this anyway, but I'm here to share with you. This is what happens. Now, I am not saying go stake out 15 years. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not telling you to own anything. This is your choice. I'm here simply to tell a story, just to share with you what's happening. Because everyone wants to know what's happening. What's happening? How come this is happening? Well, now you're learning how. Now you're learning how. You see all these pieces of the puzzle, friends? See all these dots? I've connected them all for you. And it looks like one big fat giant fluff ball on a fluffy slipper. Okay? That's what it is. So now it's starting to make sense. Also, shout out to Davey James for this picture that came up on Google. Look at this, Gunny Boo, friends. Gunny Boo, he's deep, man. He's got like over 200 million HEX. He's deep. Big balls, friends. Let's continue. What would Gunther's narrative to return be? Okay. You need a story. You can't just come back. In a cult leader, you got to come back into the cult. You got to welcome yourself in. How? Firstly, you're always welcome here, Gunny Boo. Always welcome. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've already done the hard work for you. I've saved you so much time. All right. And I'm about to drink some sparkly water, friends. So look at this. Gunny Boo, let's read this together. Gunny Boo must adopt Richard Heart founding principles. Okay. Now, this is not a submission because Richard Hart's founding principles are so universal and you can't disagree with them. Look at this. Do you believe in freedom of movement? Clearly, right? Do you believe in freedom of speech? Clearly, right? Do you believe in real DeFi? It's in the name. Uniswap, fake DeFi. We are real DeFi. Do you believe in crypto removing middlemen? That's the funny part. Crypto was made to remove middlemen. Bitcoin was made to remove the store of value, made to remove the store of value risk of the central bank middlemen, right? Because when you're storing fiat, there's a risk. There's someone in between who's toggling the inflation. So Bitcoin was made to remove that. These are Richard Heart core founding principles, right? These are crypto principles. It's funny that this is the funny part, friends. If you are from the HEX community, just take these principles and look at them. I'm zooming here for you right now because we're going to squint a bit, okay? Don't let anybody ever tell you that you're stupid or you're dumb, any of that. I don't like these words. I never call anybody this, okay? You're always welcome in my community forever and ever. But let me tell you this. These principles are so fundamental, you can't disagree with them. Anybody who disagrees with them, they're automatically a bad person, rightfully so, in the eyes of the crypto community because they are attacking the crypto community. Fake Uniswap, fake DeFi. What are they doing? Adding middlemen. Are they giving you the freedom of speech? No. Are they giving you freedom of movement? No. They're helping them. They're helping the doo-doo heads. And we don't want to be a doo-doo head, do we? They are dingleberries, friends. It's true. So this will be the universal core principles that Gunther could use to make his dream cult. I made this picture to you. The top, real DeFi. I've spent a lot of time making this. Look how clean it is. The bottom, fake DeFi. HEX, not available. You can't trade this token using the Uniswap app. Unsupported asset. Unsupported asset, friends. If you've noticed on my Twitter, I've made a lot of posts. I just put unsupported asset, because that is a play on Uniswap. That's what they're going to be telling all the other altcoins. We have to save the other altcoin dudes. If you're in any other altcoin, you don't have to buy these. I don't want you to buy it. I don't really care. I'm just telling you, they're coming for your coins. Okay, they're coming for your coins. You're going to need a pre-approval. All right. Now, I've got some bonus questions for you, friends. So, some fun. So, Gunny Boo has gone on his quest, right, to make a cult, to create a new cult and to do what Richard Heart did because he found Richard Heart. He's like, wow, these things has these big elements of like what I'm used to. We come in, it starts winning, and he's like, nah, I want something else, right? So, Gunny Boo's exploring that whole aspect of does he want to run the cult or be in the cult or whatever it is, okay? So how did his cult turn out? 14 Indian dudes in a Telegram room. So this is pretty much what it looks like. This is okay, this is squad goals here. So he's done some things wrong. I'm telling you right now, okay? What did Gunny Boo do wrong to make his cult? Now, I'm telling you right now, friends, unfortunately, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to withhold this information because this information will hurt other people's lives. Because someone like Gunny Boo, he's got to cut his losses. He shouldn't go make his like 19th cult now. If I tell people what you got to do, all right, and what they had to specifically change, they're going to go and try to change it. But what happens is they're going to break character one day. If you're in a cult, you can't break character, friends. That's why you really got to be all in. Say, look at this, look at this. When I talk to you about Richard Heart founding principles, I want to ask you this question. Do you ever in your life see yourself saying, I don't believe in freedom of movement? Nope. What about free speech? Do you ever believe yourself saying, I don't believe people should be able to speak freely against the government? You're never going to say that. Are you ever going to say, I believe in fake DeFi? No, you're never going to say that. You say, I believe in real DeFi, right? Do you believe that crypto should add middlemen everywhere? No, that's the whole reason why crypto was made, was to remove middlemen. You see, we'll never break character here. We'll never ever break character. With Gunny Boo's stuff, he will. I know he will. Okay, that's why I'm doing everyone a favor. I'm not going to tell anybody what you got to do. I'm just telling you right now. It's useless. Cut your losses. Okay. And by the way, friends, like, he's got 15-year stakes. He's got 600,000 HEX coming out every 90 days, man. For 15 years. He's only got one home. So it is. Look at this. Even Jebediah Dean saying, return. Yeah, friends. Also, I'm laughing so much because I can't believe we're doing this. Okay. If you go look, Gunny Boo loves the word salvation. He's used it a few times. Now, I'm going to tell you something, right? Let's go through this. Okay, so Gunny Boo knows there's only one cult that will ever make him feel like king, and that is HEX. We all know it, friends. So he spent his entire 2020 existence. He worked a full-time job. He DCA. He bought into HEX. He went all in 2020. Made millions. He's fine. He's killed it. He's the best example of it. He's got over 200 million HEX and a staking ladder. Now, Gunny Boo would be the best ambassador for HEX. Why? Just like Max Keiser. They left the Bitcoin after killing it, right, and making it really well. And then he's like, other coins are really dangerous, friends. There's a 99.5% failure rate. You don't have 18 hours a day and sit in a squeaky chair and wrestle crocodiles part-time like your friend Tommy. So you guys just better get something that has a strong community around it and is going to defend it to the day you die, right? Gunny Boo, he felt this. He did this himself. He walked in the shoes that no one else has walked. He would be the most unique character if he did this, okay? If he went this path, okay? So the funny part, friends, I've got to reiterate. If he returned, what would he talk about? Salvation. I just spoke about this word, salvation. The definition of salvation, friends, is literally, look it up, saving human beings from sin and its consequence, all right? HEX staking is his salvation. He even admitted it. I'm not even making this up. He admitted it. He said, HEX saved me because he did not sell the low of 2022. He was bearish at the lows of the HEX chart. And I know you don't believe me. Look at this. I have it here. Gunny Boo. I will never put a single dollar into HEX again. This is how much I distrust the current trajectory of this asset. He said that down there. Do you want to know what happened? He started using... you know that emoji, friends? There's an emoji where it's smiling, but it's sweating at the same time. Like, yes, that was the emoji he used. It's funny, friends. My memory is very strange. I remembered the emoji he used that. It's like he's basically, when did he say it? On its way up. Because he remembers him saying, it's cursed, it's trash. And then it won, okay? It's become a god in his eyes. Not even he could FUD it to zero. So PulseChain HEX, all of it will thrive, friends. That's why I made this picture to show you. Max Keiser, yes, Bitcoin Miami conference, baptizing someone, putting his hand over their head, saying, yes, you are purified of sins. And here, I just wanted to show Gunny Boo what it would look like if he did it, all right? I didn't do this for us, friends. I did it for him so we can see. You see, we're looking at these people in the crowd, friends, like they're looking at him like, what's going on? But yeah, I'm telling you, it's different. Okay, when you grow up in a cult, this is what they want to see. And here is the original post from Stacy, who is Max's wife, his lovely wife, okay? And they are very pro-Bitcoin, pro-El Salvador. Friends, life sometimes, there's unintended consequences for anything, especially government actions. But hey, did Max ever think that him baptizing this person multiple years later would be the reason that someone in the HEX community resurrected from zero, like a phoenix from the ashes, came out and pumped it up so that we could all post and tag HEX Keiser with the HEX price going up? Unintended consequences, friends. Let's go back to this picture. Unintended consequences. What a story that would be. So there we have it. We have a story that's come along right now. The SEC tries to take us down. But the PulseChain HEX PulseX community rising like a phoenix from the ashes. I don't think anybody's going to kill these, friends. These principles that Richard Hart follows, they're so universal. It's so easy to carry. They're so logically consistent with crypto. And I think it could be carried by the whole community for a bigger and brighter future. You can choose what you want to do, friends. If you want to exit, you want to sell, That's completely fine by you. I'm just here to present the story as your friend so you have a competitive edge over all the other influencers who shill us ICO pump and dump trash, who tell us Bitcoin's going to $900,000, who shill all these leverage trading exchanges, okay? You are now friendlier, wiser, and more kind. Like, subscribe, bell button all, tell mom and dad. Salvation might be coming this time. Catch you in the next one.